Okay, so if you open the 10 Types of Magic After Effects project, I'm going to quickly describe what's included in terms of folders and files, as well as how the project is built and my general approach to doing the hidden cuts. Okay, so here is the project file. Let's first jump up to the file system here. We have a folder called Start here, and I've just included a couple videos. So I have that pre-production test, which was my initial test to figure out the choreography. I have a raw footage composition, which is literally my performance with all of the holds, and there's just no editing here. So this is what was captured on camera. From there, I have a composition called No Effects, Only Cuts. And what I'm doing here is, in the raw footage, you'll notice that I hold positions while my wife swaps props out of my hands. So this composition is where I'm taking out that dead space and creating the cuts. And so they are jump cuts here. And from there, those jump cuts are what I have to edit out. So this is the kind of basic edit. And then from here, I just included the color breakdown in case you want to check that out. And this is describing the raw footage, the yellow being the cleanup, and the blue is the transition bits that are masked in. So that's kind of the fun, basic stuff. So from here, we get into the actual After Effects project. And that is the clips. So I have the raw footage, me manipulating a mug, me deflating a balloon, and then a clean background plate. And this is all the footage that's being used to create the final video. And then we have an AI blends here, and these are all the blends that I've generated to morph my face over those jump cuts. And we'll get into this in greater detail in the frame interpolation lesson. So we have that folder. And then here's kind of the meat of the project. These are the compositions that create the final video. So first we have the main build. And this is the bulk of everything here. And this is 157 layers to create this video. And the way it's built is that I have these 10 layers of raw footage. And this is what I described earlier. It's the raw footage with all the dead space cut out, and there's just jump cuts. So there's 9 hidden cuts here, and this is kind of the base of the project. And then on top of that, each of these jump cuts need to be turned into invisible cuts. So on top of each one, there'll be a section like this of just masked sections that have been added to help blend and hide those cuts. So for each one of these jumps here in time, there is a section of clips that are being added. And I've labeled them as best as I can. So, blending the hair, blending the balloon, blending my elbow, adding a balloon, blending a shirt. And so each of those cuts has a little section. Some are more involved than the other. Like this one is quite involved. This one here, and the final cut right here. And then this section on top here, this is kind of the cleanup section where I am, erasing something on the wall like that. I'm erasing this microphone and this stand here. And these just go over the entire video. So this is like the cleanup section right here. Here is a section that adds the mug into the initial part of the video. So I was never holding a mug here. And that's just been animated on top to look like I'm holding it. And yeah, this is the mug section here. So that's kind of the main way that I've built the project. And so from here, everything's been added in, all the cuts are invisible. This video is, good to go basically. But then I take it to another composition here. And so this base layer is this first composition. And what I'm doing in this one, over the course of the video, my shirt changes color. So in this layer here, I'm blending from a blue to like a green, so you can see that change. And I'm doing that to the entire video clip. And then I'm adding a layer on top of it. If I hide that, it's a layer where everything's back to normal, except I'm cutting a hole where my shirt is. That's done through some keying. So this is back underneath. And then this layer here just adds all this back in. So basically all you're left with is a shirt that changes color. And that was just the easiest way to do it. So yeah, it's kind of like a window that you see through to a shirt that's being manipulated from blue to green. And then once that's done, I'm jumping to a text overlay layer. And this is just all the text that appears on the video. It's just easier to put it in its own composition. And then this fourth and final composition here is the, so we have sound, we have the second composition there, we have the text overlay on top, which if I hide, you can see. And then we have a color correction adjustment layer here. And that's just giving it that final look. And of course, doing a bit of cropping. Okay, and then up here we have two more folders. One is solids, which are, this adjustment layer. It's just kind of storing a null, a solid, some adjustment layers. You don't really need to get into that. And then I just stored the sound file up here as well. Okay, so that's how the project is built. Hopefully that gives you a better understanding of all the files and what I'm doing to approach this edit. Basically, all you need to know is that I took this performance where 9 times I freeze and keep going, and I'm cutting out all those freezes. So you have 9 jump cuts. And from there, each of those 9 jump cuts need a lot of little masked pieces to hide and turn those jump cuts into seamless, invisible cuts. And then from there, I'm adding, clean up elements to hide things. And then I'm just cropping the video, changing the color of the shirt, adding text, finishing it up. And hopefully you can learn a lot by jumping into this project and scrub through the timeline, check out every layer and just turn it on and off, hide it. Hide it, show it, and see what it does. And to better give you an understanding of how I'm making each cut invisible, in the next video, I'm going to dive into one specific cut and show you everything that goes into turning that jump cut into an invisible cut. So that's an overview of the After Effects project. Let's get into the next video.